Hello there, everybody. It's Josh. I found a shady place to pull over here and speak with you. I just have some big life updates for you. This is specifically for my YouTube and Patreon pals. I'm going to do a shorter vertical version of this on social media for my friends and family. I just wanted to, the last couple of years have seen my personal life spill over into the channel more than it ever had before. I was always just an invisible guy. I didn't show my face on the channel for like almost 20 years. And that happened kind of naturally over time. But then more recently, some hardship and some challenges in my life have led to just some difficult situations which have spilled over into to all aspects of my life. And so if you follow my podcast feed over, it's available through Patreon, though I think anybody can subscribe to it. There's a little secret. I've used it kind of like a journal over the last year, and I've gotten really into it. But essentially, I've been going through a divorce. I've been unemployed the last few months, and I've had to put my house on the market because we can't afford to live where we are, plus all the other changes to life. So every aspect of life that could change has been changing, other than, fortunately, personal health and things like that. I'm doing okay. Everybody's well. Just all of my circumstances, all of my life circumstances are changing. So it's been rough. It was a really difficult job hunt, and then a very kind of rushed and complicated apartment hunt. But I'm delighted to be here and say to you today that I have a new job that starts next week, and I signed the lease on an apartment this week. And it's all these moving parts are coming together. Maybe it could have been more ideal, would have been nice to get my move done before a big new job starts. But here's the thing, it's a very different kind of a job for me. I'm going to be a traveling sales rep for a frozen food distributor. So I go around to like Targets and Walmarts and grocery stores, and I basically just merchandise and service the brands there. I'm not going to get into the specifics of it quite yet, but maybe eventually I will. It's very different work for me, but it puts me where I want to be, because around the time I've lived for the last 20 years in Rockland County, New York, where it is simply it's metropolitan adjacent. It's simply too expensive to live. It just costs too much to live, and for what? You can see the lovely street behind me. It's a lovely suburban setting here in the town where I currently live, but it's just untenable to live here, especially on one person's income. And so I set my sights on the Hudson Valley up near Poughkeepsie and that general area, Dutchess County, New York, which is where I'm from originally. I was born in Poughkeepsie, raised in Pleasant Valley, which is a suburb, little rural place offshoot of Poughkeepsie. Poughkeepsie, famously the birthplace of Ed Wood and the childhood home of Ed Wood. And one of the apartments I looked at, patrons already saw this, but I looked at an apartment in Poughkeepsie, which is literally on the same block as the Ed Wood house. It was the very first place I looked at, and you don't want the first place you look at to be it. So I kind of knew I had to do more homework, and in the end that one didn't work out, but it was very exciting and felt like maybe that was a sign that I needed to live there. But alas, it did not work out. So I got this job. It's a sales job. It's going to put me up in the Hudson Valley. It's a big territory, though. It goes from Sullivan County to Dutchess. But I have found a home for myself in Newburgh, New York. I won't get more specific than that, but I found a 2-bedroom apartment that hopefully is in my price range, because who knows? I have not started the job yet, so I don't know what the take-home pay is. All these things there's big leaps of faith going on right now. And but it's awesome. It's the only 2-bedroom apartment I was able to look at. My daughter will be with me on weekends and holidays and things like that, and so that's cool. I have room to bring my cats along and start a new life. So I thank you for those of you who've been patient with me, those of you who have stepped up with support, and through this very, very kind of dark and difficult time. Not out of the woods yet. The house still needs to close. We have a buyer for the house, but waiting for a house to close in New York is a real white knuckle experience that can drag on for quite some time. So that's the last big piece of the puzzle, but I did sign a lease and pay the first month costs on an apartment. I move in October 1st, and I get get to build a new home. It's on the riverfront in Newburgh, near the Hudson River and the Beacon Newburgh Bridge. So that's going to be fun. That's where I'll be coming at you from in a few weeks. And all this stuff starts up. So I just wanted to make this video to say thank you for your patience, to let you know that things came together. The job hunt was harrowing, and I don't want to like, essentially I only got one bite, and it's the job that I've got. But that doesn't mean that it's a huge compromise, because I already knew that I wanted a change. I already knew that I was sick of marketing. I was sick of ROI, sick of trying to figure out other people's business plans. And I'm not much of a salesman, but in this case, I mean, grocery stores and frozen foods, you give me a day off at this age and stage of my life, I'm going to be in a few grocery stores probably. So I'm already like excited about it thematically. It's already my general vibe. And it seems like good, honest work. So I'm really lucky that it came around. It's also a full-time job with benefits and reimbursement for mileage, because there is no central office. I won't be punching into an office. I will be driving around, and my office will be my car, with a company issued tablet that, just tells me where I need to go and what needs to happen. So I'm excited to get it started. It's totally new. And then, so what does it mean for like things like YouTube and Patreon and stuff? Well, it means that I will actually be leaning on and relying on these these platforms more than ever, because I am now a single person, a single professional trying to keep a home for me and my child, and making ends meet is going to be a challenge. So whereas before it was, if I wasn't unemployed and coming to you with an emergency, I always, would just, the Patreon money was just kind of self-perpetuating. The Fun with Shorts stuff was like, well, if people watch it and support it, I get enough money to keep doing it. And I can get, nicer microphone, or I can keep the lights on in the studio or whatever. Now, moving forward, the Fun with Shorts Patreon and the Sylvan Thatch comic strip Patreon, and my coffee donation site, and anything that I do, including my art commissions, which I will put a link, I'll put all these links in the description for all this stuff. All of these things are going to be part of my income now. So I'm going to have to actively work to keep these side hustles going, so that they can help pay my rent. That's just the situation I'm in. Many people are having trouble making ends meet. I'm moving to an entirely different part of my state so that my money can stretch further. But it's just not the case like it used to be, that you can get a job and that job pays a living wage, and then you can comfortably live somewhere and do the job and live and pay your bills and be comfortable. That formula doesn't seem to exist anymore. You have to do extra things in order to be able to afford it. And so even though the costs where I'm moving relative to where I've been are much, much, much lower, they are still, relative to the pay I'm going to be getting, it's still going to be very, very tight. So this is no more sob stories. I'm starting over. I've got a situation. I'm very thrilled and happy to report this to you. I'm just saying, if you support me, I would invite you to continue doing so if you want to, only if you want to. Nobody has to do anything. Nobody owes me anything. And if you've ever considered supporting me, I am committed to keep making Fun with Shorts. I'm going to keep drawing comics. I'm going to keep doing fun stuff, and expressing myself, and art commissions. I'm going to try and be more intentional about, I'm actually going to have a number of art commission slots per month, and I'm going to try and fill those more proactively, and be more, present about that. And really, I may or may not start a website for that, but you can just DM me here on YouTube, or you can, go over on Patreon, use the direct messages, or any other way, social media, any way you can get in touch with me. It's pretty easy to figure out. My email, it's joshway at a certain Google platform, and tell me what you like, and I would be happy to do an art commission for you, and I can give you my rates and all that stuff. It's very, very low. I've been told recently that my rates are too low, that I should be valuing my art and my time more. But my thing is, I love to draw, and I love to draw for people, and I love to make people happy, and then I think maybe I'll get more work from them. So I like to kind of err in between, lowballing and highballing and just kind of get it in a sweet spot where people want to keep hiring me. So that's all. I've been talking for 10 minutes now. I just wanted to give you this major life update and tell you I'm moving to Newburgh, New York, and I'm going to be a frozen food guy, and I'm going to keep making shorts, and I'm going to keep doing comics, and you're going to see more from me, but I am going to be stretched really thin. I'm going to be training in my job for the next month and moving somehow in between there. I wasn't able to work it so that I can move before the job. So I'm gonna have to figure this out, you know. So I will continue to be around and post things. I worked ahead a little bit on the comic and on Fun with Shorts to be sure that there's at least one short a month. I like to do 2 per month, and I do other fun stuff on there. So there's other things, there's other reasons to follow me and be on Patreon. But to just make sure that we at least keep that baseline of regular episodes going. And I'm happy to do that. Thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. I'm so sorry that I had to like get personal and get real on the channel, because that's never really what I wanted to do here. But those of you who have expressed concern, I wanted to let you know this is how things are coming together. Life is still chaotic and unpredictable, and there's no no guarantees. Even now I'm just, you know, like I said, I'm taking a lot of things on faith that this is going to come together, but I've come so far from some really low places to finally say, hey, my new life is starting. So I'm excited, and I'll talk to you soon. Cheers. Josh out.